Namaste from SARVA. I'm Jahnavi and welcome to today's class. Today is going to be a slow flow, which is an amazing practice. It allows you to sort of feel the entire posture in its full entirety. So you can enjoy that posture a little longer than your usual classes. We're going to be holding, we usually hold for about 3 breaths. Today we'll be holding for maybe 6 breaths. So you can check your posture, you can connect with the breath and body, and even bring in your mind into the entire posture. So let's begin with the grounding. Sit in any comfortable position. Make sure your back is nice and tall. You can either take chin mudra, which is the first finger and the thumb touching, or your palms can be comfortably open on your knees. Roll the shoulders back and gently close your eyes. Bring your attention to the breath. As you inhale deep, fill the belly. As you exhale, completely empty it out, pulling the belly to the spine. Do 4 more like this. Inhale deep. Your belly should come out. And as you exhale, empty it out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, completely emptying out. One more deep inhale. And exhale completely. Join your palms at your chest, bow your head down, and set an intention for your practice. What you expect from it, what you need from it. And rub your palms together. And gently cup them over your eyes. Blink your eyes open. Slowly bring your palms down. So let's begin with our warm-up. You're going to come and stand at the front of the mat. Today's warm-up is a traditional Surya Namaskar. So you can begin either with your feet hip-width apart or closer together. Palms are in Namaste at the center of your chest. Roll your shoulders back and away from the neck and tuck your hips forward. On the inhale, bring your arms up and back. You don't have to go into a back bend. You can just push your hips slightly forward, keep a bend in the knees, lift your chest up and look up. Exhaling with a straight back, fold forward. You can have a bend in the knees. On the inhale, take your right foot back. Hips push forward as you look up. You can even drop the back knee if this is too much. Exhaling, left foot steps back into a plank. Drop the knees. Chest and chin to the floor. Inhaling, lift the chest up, lower belly stays on the floor. Keep your elbows tucked in. Tuck your toes, exhale to a downward dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward again. It's okay if you have to sort of pull your right foot with your hand. Left foot forward to a fold. Inhaling, come up and back into that tiny slight back bend. And exhaling, palms to chest. This was half a round. We're going to complete 3 full rounds. Inhaling up and back. Focus on your breath. Use your breath to go into every posture. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left foot steps back this time. Again, push your hips forward and down. You can even drop the back knee. Make sure your right knee is directly over the right ankle. Exhale to a plank. Knees down. Chest and chin down. Keep your hips up. There should be an arch in the lower back. Inhale, slide up. Only the chest. Elbows hugging in. Tuck the toes. Exhale to a down dog. Inhaling, left foot steps forward. Again, push your hips down. Look up. Exhale, right forward. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, palms to chest. We have 2 more rounds to go. Let's pick it up a little bit. Inhale up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, right back. Push your hips forward. You're opening up your hips in Ashvasanchalanasana. Left back to a plank, core tight. Knees down, chest and chin. Inhale, slide up. Exhale, downward dog. You're warming up the entire body. Right foot forward, hips down. Left foot forward to a fold. Inhale all the way up and back. Exhale, palms to chest. Left foot this time, inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left back this time. Exhale, right back to plank. Knees down, chest and chin. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot. Exhale, right foot. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, palms to chest. One last round to go. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right foot. Exhale, left foot. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, palms to chest. Last side. Inhale, up and back. Our bodies are already nice and warm and open. Inhale, left. Exhale, right to plank. Knees down, chest and chin. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, come up and back. Exhale, palms to chest. From here, let's come to the back of the mat and go into a child's pose. From your child's pose, just walk your palms forward, palms facing down, and drop your forehead all the way to the floor. Take a deep inhale and exhale. On the next inhale, you're going to walk your palms over to the right as much as you can. So you're walking your palms away from you and to the right as much as you can, and then drop your forehead towards the floor. Once you've turned completely, then stack your left palm on top of the right and then drop your head down. You should feel the stretch across the left side of your body all the way to your left palm. Keep breathing here. And inhaling, come back to the center and all the way over to the other side. Same thing on this side. Keep walking your palms away from you and to the left. And once you've turned completely, stack your right palm on top of the left this time and drop your forehead between your arms. This time feel that stretch right from your right hip all the way up to your palm. One more breath here. And inhaling, come back center. Exhaling, drop your forehead down. Inhale, come into a tabletop. We'll begin with 3 cats and cows. Again, quickly check your tabletop. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, belly drawn into a neutral spine. So your spine is straight, there's no arch in the beginning. On the inhale, draw your chest forward and up, look up. Now arch your lower back and pull your tailbone up towards the sky. On the exhale, round your spine completely. Pull that belly in towards the spine and gaze towards your belly. 2 more like this. Inhaling, chest up, look up. Feel that entire spine moving, opening. Exhale and round. Last one here. Inhale. And exhale, round. Push the floor away from you. Draw your belly in. And inhale, come back center. From here, we're going to get into something called a tiger pose. It involves a little bit of balance and your core activation. Take your right hand forward and just simply step the left foot back, left toes on the floor. First, find your center. So draw that belly in. Look slightly forward. So keep your gaze focused. For every balancing posture, breaths and gaze need to be steady and focused. Now lift that left leg up and bend the knee. There's 2 options here. First one, you take your right hand back and grab your foot. You can grab your toes or your entire foot. And inhaling, kick that foot up as you lift your chest. If it's too much for you to grab your foot, if your shoulder is slightly tight, you can just place both your palms down, point that back toe, point it up and kick it up as you lift your chest. This is also an extremely effective way or a modification for the tiger pose. 2 more breaths here. Remember, we're holding a little longer today. So connect with your body, connect with your breath. 1 more breath. And exhaling, let it go. Bring your palm down, bring your knee down. Instead of a child's pose, let's just drop the head between the arms and take a couple of breaths. Nice deep breaths. Just to rest that spine. And let's go over to the other side. This time left hand forward, step your right toes back. Right foot steps back. Again, find your center, drawing the belly in, gaze steady. Slowly lift the right leg up and bend the knee. Again, whatever you did on the other side, you can try the full posture on this side as well. Grab the foot. Gaze forward, fix your gaze, inhaling, kick it up and back. Hold it here. Remember, again, to balance, you need to have a steady core. So pull that belly in, stabilize yourself with your core. 1 more breath. See if you can kick that for a little bit higher. 1 more breath. And exhaling, slowly release. This time we deserve a child's pose. Let's go back into a child's pose. And down. Just take about 2-3 more breaths because we're going to get into the flow again. 1 more deep inhale. And exhale. Inhaling, let's come up. Tuck the toes in and lift up and back into a downward dog. You can walk your legs in your downward dog, or you can stay here with your knees bent and chest pressing back, or you can open up the legs completely, heels to the floor, and hold a steady, strong downward dog. 2 more breaths. You can gaze either between your feet or all the way up to the belly. Whatever feels good for your neck. And we'll begin with the flow. On the inhale, take your right leg up and back. And exhaling, you're going to step the foot to the outside of your right palm. So almost to the outer edge of the mat. From here, we're going to come into a lizard pose, which is a great hip opener. You can stay here up on your palms, or if it's accessible to you or in your practice, you can bring your elbows down to the floor. Try to keep that back knee up unless it hurts or pulls too much. Then you can drop the knee down, but I would suggest you keep it up. We're staying here for 5 more breaths. Keep your chest lifted. If you feel like your knee is dropping out to the side, make sure you turn your toes out as well. Always remember in your practice, your knee should track over your toes. Whatever direction your toes are, your knee is in that direction, and vice versa. So stay here. You can allow that right knee to fall out, but turn the toes out. Feel that nice stretch in your hips, in your outer hips as well as that left quad. 2 more breaths here. Hip openers again tend to bring out sometimes a lot of negative emotions that you've kept in over time. Sometimes people say that they cry during a hip opening class. That's because it's all the suppressed fears and pains. Slowly bring that left knee down and come up onto your palms. From here, you're going to heel toe your right foot towards the left wrist and drop the right knee towards the right wrist. You're setting up for a pigeon. We're not going to fold forward in a pigeon. Instead, you're going to hold the opposite elbows over your head and then open up your chest, pushing the elbows back, lift your chest up. Make sure your left leg is in line with the left hip. Don't let it go off. If your right hip is up, fold up your mat. Make sure you're sitting on something. You don't necessarily have to go into a back bend. You can stay here. We just want the shoulders to open up a little bit. 1 more breath here. Deep inhale. And exhaling, release. Nice. Now you're going to swing that left foot forward into Ardha Matsyendrasana. This is another amazing twist, which is from the traditional Hatha Yoga practice. You're going to keep that left foot outside your right knee. Your right foot is outside the left hip. Make sure your hips are on the floor. Bring the left palm behind you, but keep it close to your body. Not here, you're going to end up leaning back. Keep it close to your body. Inhaling, right hand up, and exhaling, hook that right elbow to the outside of the left knee. And then pressing that left palm, keep your back upright and twist. We're taking 5 more breaths here. With every inhale, lengthen your spine. Sit up taller. Imagine there's a rope that's pulling you up and making you taller, and exhale to twist. Try to go deeper with the breath. 2 more breaths here. Keep pushing that elbow into the knee to twist, open up your chest. Look over the left shoulder, 1 more breath, inhale. And exhaling, release. Release your right hand, don't release your legs. You're just going to bring the left foot to the outside of the right hip. We're going to go into Gomukhasana. So your knees are on top of each other, left knee on top of the right. Even if your pose looks like this, that's completely fine. Just gently press that left knee down. This is quite a deep hip opener. A lot of people find it uncomfortable, but try to stick with it at least for a few breaths. Inhaling, lift your chest up. You can either grab your ankles or fingertips forward. Inhale. And exhaling, fold forward completely. You're using your upper body weight to press that left thigh down. 4 more breaths here. Make sure your hips are on the floor. This stretch you can feel really deep within your hip flexors, your outer hip, almost everywhere. 2 more breaths here. If you feel like it's too uncomfortable, you can't bear it, you're always free to come out of it and go into a child's pose. And on the inhale, lift up. Release it, cross your ankles, press your palms forward and walk back into a downward dog. 3 breaths here. You can again rest in your child's pose. I just feel like building a downward dog foundation is really important for any practice. So any chance you get, try to find your downward dog, the best possible one you can. And on the other side, inhaling, take the left leg up. Exhaling, step it forward to the outside of your left palm. Again, two options here. Either come down to your elbows or stay up. If you're on your elbows, keep dropping the hips forward. Again, if you feel like your left knee is dropping out, make sure you turn your left toes out to the side as well. 4 more breaths here. Try to keep that back knee straight so you feel the stretch in your right hip flexors as well. Hip opening is really important for your movements, especially if you sit a lot, if your work demands that you sit too much. You'll find your hips are very tight, all your emotions are trapped in your hips. So try to include hip openers in anything you do almost. 1 more breath here. And drop the right knee down, come up on your palms. And let's heel toe the left foot towards the right wrist. Drop the left knee towards the left wrist and release that back leg on the floor. Again, make sure your right leg is in line with the right hip and not going away from you. Make sure your left hip is on the floor and not here. If it's here, that's completely fine. Just support it with a pillow or your mat. Arms up, grab the opposite elbows and push the elbows back behind you. You'll feel this in the backs of your shoulders as well as your back, lower back a little bit. Try to keep your chest lifted, gaze slightly up. 3 more breaths here. Keep your breath steady and long. 1 more inhale. And exhaling, slowly release your arms. And you're going to swing that right leg over and place your right foot to the outside of the left knee. Again, make sure your hips are on the floor. Your right hip will want to come up. Don't let it. Bring your right palm behind you this time, close to your body again so you don't lean back. Inhaling, left hand up. And exhaling, hook it to the outside of the right knee and turn. Again, inhale to lift up. Exhale to twist. Inhale, lengthen the spine and exhale, twist a little more. Keep pressing the right palm onto the floor so you don't compromise on the straightness of your spine. 1 more breath. Stay centered, right hip on the floor. And inhale, come up. Exhale down. Again, don't let your legs go. Just bring that right foot towards the left hip. Again, if your knee is up, don't worry about it. Just give it a gentle, very gentle push down and you can stay here. If your knee is on top of the left knee, you can either grab your ankles or you walk your fingertips forward. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhaling, go forward. Nice and slow. Keep pressing that right leg on down. 3 more breaths here. Again, try to breathe. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. And imagine that breath is reaching your hip flexors deep within. And try to relax your muscles. Whenever we feel any discomfort or pain, we tend to contract those muscles. That just makes it a little more painful. So breathe into it and release those muscles. And on the inhale, slowly come up. Release your legs, cross your ankles again. Lift your hips and take it back to your downward dog. 1 more breath here. And inhaling, look forward, bend your knees and take a slight hop to sit down. Your knees are still bent. We're going to end with another balancing posture, which is also a hip opener, which is called Upavishta Konasana. With your first 2 fingers, you're going to grab your big toes. This is one option. The other one, if your practice is advanced, grab the outside of your feet. I'm going to go with the toes. Lift your chest up first. Make sure you're balancing on your tailbone. You're not sitting, you're going back and balancing on your tailbone. The last bone on your spine is touching the floor. Lift your chest up, pull your belly in, engage the core, gaze up diagonally, and slow and steady open up your legs to either side. Once you've opened up your legs, again lift the chest up. You're pulling the legs back and pushing the chest forward. So you're creating that sort of resistance that keeps you steady and stabilized. Keep your legs straight. If this is not in your practice, if your legs aren't straightening, you can always keep them bent. Grab the back of your thighs or grab your shin. Keep the knees bent and point them forward. Do not compromise on the upper body though. Your chest is always lifted. Your gaze is always up. Core tight. 2 more breaths here. My shoulders are drawing back. 1 more breath. And exhaling slowly, bring it in for a butterfly or Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet together. Inhale here. And exhale, you're just going to relax forward. So you don't need to keep your spine straight. Just round your spine, pull your belly in, take your forehead towards your feet. You can completely round your spine, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. 2 more breaths here. Keep trying to press your knees down. If again you want a deeper hip opener, bring your elbows to the inside of your thighs and press the thighs down with your elbows. Inhaling, slowly come up and exhaling, come into any comfortable seated posture. You can even do this lying down or in a child's pose if that's more comfortable. Your hands can be open or in chin mudra. Close your eyes, relax your shoulders, relax your back. We're going to do 5 cooling breaths. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Open your mouth and sigh your breath out. Inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One last time, inhale. Exhale. And slowly open your eyes. So let's end with our pranayam for today. So we're going to be doing Ujjayi breath, which also translates to the victorious breath. It's a really beneficial practice. It's a little tricky to get right in the first time, but we'll try. It really helps stimulating if you have any thyroid issues, if your body is, if you're feeling lethargic, if you're feeling down, feeling anxious. It has a lot of benefits. The way you do it is you make a constriction in your epiglottis, which is the back of your throat. Imagine whenever you have cough or phlegm, the way you try to get that phlegm out, that's the constriction that we're looking for in the back of the throat. We're just going to do 5 breaths today. You can do more if it feels good or if you've gotten it right. Another thing, it usually sounds like the sound of the ocean. Whenever you listen to the waves, that's how it sounds. If this is the first time you're doing it, you can even keep your hand on your throat and you'll feel that vibrations here. You'll also be able to hear your sound, your breath. So let's start. Again, in a comfortable position, either hands open or in chin mudra. You can keep your eyes open or closed for the practice. We're just going to be doing 5 breaths right now. Everything through the nose. Keep your lips closed. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure you feel that rough sort of breath when you constrict. Inhale. Exhale. Ujjayi breath never really travels all the way down to your belly. It stays up here in the thoracic region. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. You can keep doing more of these if you like, or you can release the constriction and take a deep breath in and out. Join your palms at your chest. Take your palms to your forehead to remind you to be kind in your thoughts, to your lips to remind you to be kind with your words, and to your heart to remind you to be kind with your love. Rub your palms together. Warm them up and cup them over your eyes. Blink your eyes open and slowly bring your palms down.